Hi, I'm Chris Feilding from Preston Chess Club. You can buy a basic chess set for £5 or £10 and you should get the rules with that, but if you don't get the rules you can get them on the internet, or you could buy any one of a number of excellent books on the subject. The most important part is the centre of the board, and the aim is to control the centre of the board. So it's not fairly normal to open with the king pawn or the queen pawn. It's not very wise to get your queen out too early because it will eventually be attacked, and you'll suffer from development. The black pieces will have better development and they'll have a better advantage, as we'll see in a moment. Now the queen's been attacked, so I've got to move it, and I can move it there, say, and it's been attacked again, and eventually I end up coming back. And at this stage, black's in a better developed position, and white's queen's still in a position where it can be attacked with very little development. The value of the pieces depends on the mobility. Bishop, for example, here in the centre of the board, is covering 8 squares. That is worth 3 pawns. The knight has a similar level of mobility. That is also worth 3 pawns. The rook has greater mobility. It's of more value. It's actually worth 5 pawns. And the queen, because it can move in virtually all directions in a straight line, is actually worth 9 pawns. Okay, it's always important to understand why your opponent's made a certain move. And quite clearly here, the bishop and the queen are attacking this pawn, and there's a checkmate next move unless I do something about it, simply by taking that pawn. So I must defend against it, and one possibility is to put the knight out there. Then black might play a move like that, and at this point you can castle, and you're putting the king into safety, or relative safety, behind some defenders. A common mistake is when you allow a piece to fork to other pieces. Like, say, if white moves the rook there, these 2 rooks can be attacked by that pawn, and by black advancing that pawn, he's attacking both of these. That's a value 1 pawn, these are a value 5 pawns, and you're going to lose one of them. So when you move that one out of the way, you're 5 pawns down. The rooks could also be forked by a knight. It's less obvious that if the rook moves here, as before, the knight can come in here and it forks both of these 2, and again you're going to lose one of them and you'll be a rook down. To summarise, control the centre of the board, develop your pieces, look at your opponent's moves, look at the threats, have a plan of your own, and develop your game, and eventually, when you become good enough, you might want to join a team such as we have at Preston Chess Club.